Yo, what up, what up, what up? It's your girl V-Henny, man. Welcome to the Artistry where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday life. Y'all already
Yeah.
know the vibes, man. We got DJ Chase. He's rocking
What's
out
up?
with me.
What's up?
How you
What's
feeling?
up?
How you feeling?
I'm cool. I don't do this. This is new to me. I'm always behind the scenes doing the interviewing, so this
Are
is good to
you?
me.
Yo, is it only me? Like,
What's
I
up?
get nerve wracking.
What?
Like, for me, I get nervous when people are interviewing me.
Yeah. Cause I could ask like I'm used to the interview. I'm more of a DJ, so
Oh, God.
you know me. I don't the personality part. I got to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still, as you know, behind the scenes, I'm a nutcracker. But I in
Yeah,
camera,
yeah,
I be
yeah.
like, so yeah.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Well, I want to just say thank you for stopping by, rocking
Not a
with
problem.
us.
Not
you
a
know.
problem. We made it happen.
Yeah, nah, we definitely did. Today's gonna be a dope episode. Obviously, as you see, we got your boy DJ Chase in the building,
Yeah.
JayR Dion. He will be speaking with me later on as well.
Dope.
And I know with you, I'm seeing you, yo, you working, Chase.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
Chase is working.
Shit, I have to, yeah. Even like last night, I went out to a networking event. My day off, I was like, and every day I keep saying I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna take a day off, and something pops up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me just make it count. You know, what I'm
There's no
saying?
such thing as day off. I don't know why you keep saying that.
I try
Stop
my
lying
best.
to yourself,
I try
bruh.
my
Like,
best.
I don't even say that. I don't use that. That doesn't exist for me. I don't, so I'm like,
Yeah.
stop lying to yourself.
I do. I check a rest because like, and even like right now, like this morning, I did 2 beats this morning. Came here, then I
What
got to
day
run
off?
out on
What
my
day
day
off?
off.
What day off?
So I even like posting on Gram. Sometimes I forget like, okay, you got to post on the Gram, do this, do the promo for today. Like, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still getting used to being DJ Chase. Like, I'm still that kid that been in his house like making tapes in his bedroom with his cousin. So I'm like, I still got to get used to being DJ Chase. As much as stuff as I do, you would think I'd be like, okay,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I mean, you shaking and you moving.
Thank you.
I'm glad and happy to say, like, I'm just proud of where you're at.
Thank you.
You know how much you've accomplished, and
Thank you.
the reason why I'm glad and happy is the fact that we were able to actually connect and
Yeah.
build, bro. Like, and
Yeah. I've been a fan of yours for mad long. Like, honestly, it's just like people. It's just like I said, I never really base people's. When I see people, I never base what other people say about them. I like to meet them in person. So like, I've been a fan of you for a long time. Like, I've
Okay.
really been like scouting. I'm like, yo, V-Henny is
Thank
dope
you.
as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, congrats to you as well.
Nah,
like doing the
thank
big
you.
interviews, doing the show, getting back into the showcase game. We gonna have you. We're gonna get you back on the music tip too soon. I'm gonna reel you in on the music. You know what I'm saying? So. But, nah,
retire. I'm Joe Butters in this bitch. I'm just the female version.
Nah, but you're super dope. Like I said, and you know me, I'm as honest as it gets, you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know, I
So
know.
I try not to be like, I don't even know how to be industry, but like, you're super dope, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's funny because you're saying he's literally saying I don't know how to be industry, but yet I find you to be one of the most professional person
I
when
try.
it comes to the industry. You understand?
I try.
And I love the fact that you know, not that you try, you do. You
Thank you.
actually also you know how to remove your emotions. You understand? Like, he be talking to me like, yo, take that. You understand? And I get it. I respect that. Like you have said.
Yeah.
You mentioned literally just now was like, it's not about what people say about the person.
Mm-hmm.
You take it upon yourself to have, just to give the person the benefit of the doubt. I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
Yeah.
I've had worked with so many people where they're like, we already know how the industry is. People talk.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm gonna take it upon myself, and I guess if I have to learn a lesson, I'll learn a lesson.
Yeah, because and then a lot of times too, the music business. Sometimes you might deal with a person that do something on their own, and then just because you're guilty by association, you get caught up in their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens a lot of times with me, like, because I stayed behind the scenes for so long. Like, nobody knew who I was, and I kept it like that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So then the more and more I started coming out of my shell. I'm very sure people like, yo, he acts this way. I'm like, yo, I'm the nicest person in the world when you
That's
meet
a
me.
fact.
Like, there's nothing. I'm not a gang member. I'm not none of that. I'm just a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Producer and just businessman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and also too, and this is what I try to tell you is like, dealing with big corporations and dealing with different people, you kind of have to tone it down. You know what I'm saying? Because people are not gonna, they're gonna analyze your human side before your music side. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I really learned in the business, like, especially to get the money. You know what I'm saying? To get the money, nobody's gonna give you money if they don't feel like they're gonna get a return on their investment. So that's one of the jewels that I learned in the game.
Let me ask you this: as a DJ, right? What do you think? Because I'm sure I'm sure your emails are flooded, your DMs are flooded.
I block a lot of stuff too.
Do you?
I'm a blocker. I'm a supreme blocker. That's why I have a lot of followers on Instagram, because I block people. I block all the rappers. I block them.
Yo, I thought I was bad.
I'll block you in a heartbeat. I'll block you in a heartbeat.
I mean, at least you block them. I leave them on red.
Yeah, I block them. I block them in a heartbeat.
But what do you think are like some of like, because I'm a strong, I feel like I'm a strong believer like building relationships, right? I feel like especially with DJs, from what I've learned with DJs, is that you guys want to build first before having these artists talking about, yo, can you play my track?
Yeah, to a point. But see, the reason is sometimes because as it's a lot of work that goes, and from being a podcaster and stuff, it's a lot of work that goes, preparation that goes into it. Not work, but the preparation part. So for one, your music got to be jamming. And then if you a whack DJs, I've been doing this long enough to know like how to fix the situation. Okay. But you don't really want to have to work harder than you have to. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times these artists, they think that you have to work. You know what I'm saying? There's no getting around. You have to do press. You have to do drops. You have to do PR. You have to do. There's a lot of stuff that to be a successful rapper, nonetheless, and artist second. So you have to, because you have to like, it's like a point of entry. So you have to understand like, okay, you have to get into people's psyches, and people kind of have to feel your energy. Yeah. So if you come into a DJ and you basically like, yo, like matter of fact, man, it just happened last night. A kid, he followed me and it's, yo, what up, gang? Play my record. He's getting blocked. I'm like, yeah, I don't know who you are. Like, you didn't say, hey, I'd send you some. It was not.
Didn't I just have that episode with the intro?
Yeah, it literally it just happened like maybe to 1:00 this morning. Yo, gang. No, I'm gonna read the message. I'm gonna read it in a second. But basically, like, yo, gang, play my record. I don't know you. Like, who are you? So I've been doing this since 2005. I've been DJing professionally. So okay. I done seen the whole. It's the social media is the number one killer of the game. So when you say you building with to answer your question in the sense. All of those things is when you building with an artist, you want to either build with them or charge them. Absolutely. Because if you charge them, then that'll wean out the BS. Because for one, that's showing you invested in yourself. So as a DJ, you feel like if you got money for weed, you got money for Hennessy, you got money for the cookouts, you got money to invest in a business. This is Absolutely. A business. So to answer your question. It really depends on the person. If you want to build with somebody, it depends on the person.
I mean, I feel like, again, I went in on that episode. Yo, I had
the intro. Yeah, that was crazy. I was looking at that in the morning because I watched this show in the morning time before I go to work, and I was like, yo, she went off. I was like,
because you see how you just mentioned you block someone.
Yeah.
I just recently did the same shit too, where I'm like, yo, bro,
it's too much.
I'm like, you see, you've been in the game for a minute. I've been in the game for a minute. And I told people, I'm like, bro, understand that I was an artist at first. Yeah. Then I transformed into this route. Yeah. I had to introduce myself. Yeah. And it's just common sense. So that's why I'm like, if I'm coming to you, like, let's just say me as an artist, I'm like, yo, like, hey, what up, Chase? How you doing? Thank you for the follow back, whatever, yada, yada, yada. This is what I do. This is where I am. Check out my music, if you can. If not, it's no biggie. Stay blessed.
Yeah, and then also, too, to, like, elaborate with, what you're saying more, is also, too, is in a sense was, like, you have to approach somebody. Because some DJs have super egos. I can't front. A lot of these DJs have never accomplished anything. They're only known in one place, and their egos are ridiculous. I don't know where that comes from. But they compete with the rappers for some. They want it's like you got DJs out here that want to live their gangster rap fantasies as DJs. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But like with me, I like to I stick to the music. Like even people ask me all the time, they're like, you don't want to rap, you don't want to do this. I'm like, no, that's not what I do. Like I take it and mold it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me such a great producer, because I'm not emotionally attached to it. So it keeps me out of that feeling of it. You know what I'm saying? So if you building with a DJ, like me, for example, if you want to, I can't speak for anybody else. I can speak for myself. So if you come to me, I want you to like, yo, Chase, can I do something for you? You know what I'm saying? Or what can you do for me? I'm looking to help. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you got to go out there. You're gonna deal with a whole bunch of like microaggressions that you ain't gonna see. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep wondering why you're going in the rabbit hole in the rabbit wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because these people, they block you out for various reasons, as you can see. You know, so But I guess if you approach a DJ, just be humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, humility is a you go along with humility. Excuse me.
Would you say you were a DJ first and then producer?
Both.
Both first.
Because I started DJing as a kid, so I've been DJing since I was like 12.
And then when did you start producing?
Like high school. Like, well, I always wanted to do it. I just never could afford the equipment.
Gotcha.
So, I just was like intern. I used to intern at Smash Studios in high school. I got my first internship in high school at Smash Studios. This was like 2002, maybe 2003. No, 2003. And I always had like DJ equipment since I was 12. So I've been DJing since like 99.
Shit.
And then, so my father brought my first DJ set at 12. It wasn't that good, but I just like taught myself and just wanted to do it really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then like, my story is kind of crazy, but I DJed more in college, and then college is when I really blew up. So like college, and then a recession hit, so it was like all hell broke loose. And then it was kind of changing to Serato. So we used the CDs when I first was in college. We were using the CDs. And then went to Serato, and then, just having trial and error and just making mistakes, helping people along the way, trusting people along the way. And, so.
CD, isn't C, like, is it CDJs or some shit like
CDJs,
that?
yeah. Okay, I still got mine, too. I still got mine. Yeah, I still got it. That's my baby. Yeah, that's my baby. I paid a lot. I worked hard to get that. So I kept I worked hard to get that.
What made you, Chase, what made you decide to want, like, to build a label?
Honestly, like, you want the real story?
I want the real story.
All right.
No,
basically,
not no washed up shit.
All right. Well, basically, honestly, I seen it done wrong for so long.
Okay.
And like I interned at Sirius in 2010, Sirius XM Radio, and then being a DJ, you meet people, you know, of course, and just like seeing just the racism, to be honest with you. Because you go to networking events a lot. You go to like listening sessions, and you start realizing like there's no black faces in the like business side, like zero, not one. Yeah. So like on a publishing company, I had an artist, and I had no intentions of like really doing a label. I just had it for myself personally to release my own beats. I just wanted to release my own singles.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, bet. Like say you was a rapper, and I could be like, yo, feature on my record, DJ Chase featuring V-Henny. So that's where it came from. And then I started putting out beat tapes first. And then like artists would just approach me. They're like, yo, I guess my aura just shows that I do music. I don't know. People just always miraculously ask me if I do music. So I started going to these networking events at these big companies like AWOL and different companies like that, the big companies. And none of the people who have ownership, there are zero black publishing companies, zero, not one. So I'm like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, the more homework I did and the more research I did, I'm like, there's no marketing companies. There's branding companies, but no like official marketing companies. There's none, zero, not one. So I said, yo, I could do this. I could sell records. I do this on my own, like, you know what I'm saying? My own independent releases. I release them on my own anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wait a minute, this is easy. You know what I'm saying? We always fought, doing mixtape, we always fought to have distribution. So once DistroKid came out, I was like one of the first people on DistroKid.
Gotcha.
So I spoke to the president when it first came out. We were DMing back and forth, and I just learned the system of DistroKid. And then I just took it to the next level with the publishing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. Yeah. So, it's a work in progress. I pour a lot of money in. You make a decent amount of money, but I pour a lot of money back into it.
Scared money makes no money in a sense. Right? And I feel like people have to understand that. Don't automatically assume that just because you're putting in money, you're everything is a gain. Yeah. Like I'm sure you've taken mad L's.
More or less, I try not to. What I used to, but in a sense, but it L's in the sense of time.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of money, because I'm really good with money. I wanted to be a stockbroker, so you could probably tell like how I do business, because I really wanted to be a stockbroker growing up. So like I'm really like with math, and I'm a math guy.
Gotcha.
So if you business is all about overspending. You know what I'm saying? And it's like risk assessment. Like in schools they don't really teach risk assessment.
No, they don't.
So you have to be a really good at you have to understand risk assessment and probability. So music is the same as probability. So it's like in a sense like if you say, look, if I spend $500, right? For example, like with me, I cap my artist. Say I give you a $200 advance, right? That $200 you can make that back on a feature, so it's non-recoupable. So if you say, look, I want, here's a little money for your pocket in a video option, you'll make that back on 3 features, 2 features, 1 feature. If you cap it based on your social media, it's a lot of numbers to it, but if you basically cap it to your social media, you'll make that back, and you could charge based off your following. You could charge based off of the numerics of the situation. So a lot of the labels, they probably have that, but they don't do that for their black artists. So they're burning them out before they like reach their peak, if that makes any sense.
Gotcha.
So you can prolong. The reason I'm able to have such a long career, a little tip and trick, is because I know how to measure my time.
Gotcha.
So if I put 3 months in, I can take 6 months off.
I mean, which is working smart.
There you go. So you can prolong, and then you're not burning yourself out. You're not burning your sound out.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. So I could do this all day.
I mean, you and me both. Don't, because I'm constantly I had to learn the hard way where, learning how to work smart. Like see, you have an upside compared opposed to me. Like you love math. Well, not that I'm saying you love math. You know numbers, right?
Yeah.
I'm good with basic math, right?
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I'm good. And it's just like you're fucking adding, subtracting, multiplication.
You see my phone. If you see my phone, you be like, "What the hell?" Like my phone is crazy. Like I'm always calculating like bills and expenses. I'm a big expense. And like I said, there's no. And I'm gonna say this: whoever's watching, there is no right or wrong way to do music. That's first and foremost. So, take it from somebody who's independent. Like even with me, right? Like how you asked about why. Like even I used to travel to Boston, building connections, flying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm already touring myself, I can just take an artist with me and tour them with me. And then DJing, you don't get residuals. See, I was a residual guy, so I said, okay, I wanted something. I got to the age I was like, all right, maybe like 29, 30. I'm like, okay, I need something to back in.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I want something future down the line when I'm just tired of doing it, that I could just sit back and collect checks from it. So that's really where it came from.
Gotcha.
Opposed to DJing, yeah.
How many artists you have on your label?
One right now. Well, maybe 2 or 3. Probably 2 or 3. But I don't really have anybody specifically under me. I give all my artists single deals, so it's a one-off.
All right. So right now, who you have?
Just my guy Johnny Floss. That's it right now. And Big Inf and Johnny Floss. That's it.
Okay. So Big Inf is a DJ as well, correct?
More or less, yeah. But he does like more like and it's crazy because he's the highest selling artist with me.
Really?
By far. You would never think so. The highest selling artist.
His energy was dope. I can't front. Like his energy was dope.
By far, like it's not even close.
Okay.
Like he hasn't done anything like when I revamped my whole situation and started making the beats, nothing less than like 30,000 streams, if that.
Really?
And that's combined, like on SoundCloud, nothing less than that.
Wow.
0, not 1. So, Inf is the biggest selling person that I have. Yeah.
What do you think? Because I feel like being in this, I'm not gonna say indie scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say underground scene.
Okay.
Right. Seeing how the underground scene works, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that's being done?
From what side? The artist side or the business? I mean the backhand side.
I'm both sides at this point.
The promoter business side is not understanding the business in the sense of goals.
Okay.
So say I'm gonna use a show promoter example.
Okay.
Right. The show promoter, they set their goals too high. So instead of saying, look, we're gonna sell tickets, they want to promote artists. Mm-hmm. You can't have both. So if my goal is to book a whole bunch of artists, now what's the risk? Back to the risk assessment. Now I have to deal with the DJ. I have to make sure these lazy artists that don't rehearse come in, put on a good show. They don't practice. And it all goes hand in hand. The artists don't practice, because I do a lot of showcase, as you know. So they don't practice. They don't have, like, I guess, a selling point. So instead of saying, look, the number one thing that goes wrong with both sides is they sell music to each other. See, what separates me from the pack is I'm not selling music to somebody who does music. I'm selling music to a consumer. Mm-hmm. So that's what separates me from the pack. So that's why I'm able to, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's like, I don't like him. I don't care if you don't like me. I really don't. Like, because I'm not selling music to you. I'm selling music to somebody who doesn't do music. So that's what I come in. So that's why I'm like, even on the mainstream side, they do the same thing. They TikTok influencers, like, you never see these artists actually come to around the people. That doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why do y'all do that? They don't have in-stores anymore. They don't do, it's just backwards. To me, it's backwards. Because I'm like, I go to Boston, I get all love in the world. I go anywhere. I'm in Boston all the time. Connecticut, same thing. Miami, same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's the weirdest thing to me. So they sell music to other music people. That's the bad part. That's the downside.
Okay, now with artists.
Oh,
just one. Just get like one.
Ego.
Ego, right?
Ego is number one. Because the ego prevents you from doing a lot of stuff.
It really does.
It prevents you. Is the ego. It's the ego. It's clear as the ego. Because just because you have followers does not mean you're going to make money. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to come to your show. I don't care how many followers you got, how lit you are, how whatever you think you are in your head. You go out there and you bomb on the show, you're not going to make your money.
You know what I never understood is, like, for those artists who have like a nice following on social media and they don't know how to utilize it to a business aspect.
It's because it's a trade-off. Think of it this way. If you spending all that time looking pretty for a picture versus you rehearsing versus you going out to a show, that's a hard sell. Mm-hmm. And then also too, you can't track that. So if you want to book, say you want to get 2,000 a show. Mm-hmm. Now somebody comes to you and say, okay, what's your sales record looking like? Based on music, not your following. Based on music, legitimate music, like what singles you have, what's your music? Because I get into arguments with these labels all the time. So they say social media. I hang up the phone. I hang up the phone. I'm not dealing with that. Because at the end of the day, I've rocked over in the past 3 years between the military grind shows, and I'm big up to Terrell, fantasy and color, the art shows. I've probably done 600 shows in 3 years. Yeah, probably more than that. Yeah.
Shit.
So you can't tell me anything as far as performance. I've seen it all. You know, from the China Max to the Corey Guns to the Fred the Godson. These are all my people. So there's nothing. I've seen it all. So it's not like the SOBs, you know what I'm saying? So I've done it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm always on the road. I'm always booked. So it's like, okay, you know.
Has this, speaking of like being always booked, like how's this the pandemic, how's it treated you? Me,
I switched it around. Actually, it worked for me because I now what I did was I just do consultations now to get rid of the headache because like a lot of artists, they ask me, all right, well, if you want to deal with me, if you want to deal what it takes, it weans out the garbage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if I was like, all right, I started my podcast, Johnny Floor's project. The shows have slowed down, but I guess in my mind, I don't really rely on it so much. So it's like I can do different stuff.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So the shows is cool, you know. But even on my body, I don't like doing them so much no more. But I do them like, you know, it depends. I could be more selective now. Okay. If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
Make a long story short, I could be more selective.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And I think you should be selective because, again, you have so many things going on for yourself. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I guess I'm trying to figure out what's your end goal.
Man, I'm doing it. Like, let me tell you something. How far I've made it right now, I literally had one goal when I started DJing.
What was your goal?
To be on Sirius.
Okay.
And I did that 10 years ago. Twice. So
what's your goal now?
To keep going. Like the money right now, just to make more money, you know, I already got
when did it hit you? When did it hit you when you realized like, yo, I don't give a fuck about the looks. It's just I'm trying to make the money. Like that's always been your mindset?
No. In a sense, like, because I don't want people to think I'm money hungry. That's the thing. I'm not money hungry.
No, but you just change. You have a different perspective.
You have to, like, because, for one, I have a relationship with money that's different probably than a lot of people. Like, today, people are scared of money for some reason. I don't know where they get that from. Like, they're like, I'm like, you're not going to rot. Your devil's not coming for you. You're not. I had to really sometimes, let me tell you something. I ain't going to tell a person in the business, but I had to get on the phone with an artist one time. I said, bro, You're not selling your soul. The devil is not coming after you. No one is coming. I'm like, just do this. Like, no one is taking advantage. Where do y'all get this from? Like, the YouTube game is really like the conspiracy theorists and stuff. I'm like, listen, it's called, think of it this way. You will sign a contract with Con Ed. That's more selling your soul than somebody than writing a contract for your music. That doesn't make sense. You would sign a contract for a job that really don't like you. So why would you not sign that? It doesn't register to me.
Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, I've helped so many artists, given opportunity, and just like I said, with me, it's just to do more of the same thing. I'm already at where I want. I own my own company. I own my own studio. I'm DJing.
Do you want to stay in the indie route though, or would you consider
I don't
would
care.
you think
I
you
really
don't care for that?
I
Like
don't
indie
care.
mainstream, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me.
Because I feel like everybody's convinced on this whole indie.
They get stuck in it. That's why. It's because they don't want to do the work, because they hear it. It's like, you have to make up your own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I come to you with a suggestion, like, yo, V, do this. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to take it or not.
Yeah.
So and you're like me. You're not going to get your information from the internet. These people get their information from the internet, which makes no sense, because I'm like, okay, I don't deal with it now. I'd be like, all right, do what you want. But, the end goal, like with me, I already have my publishing company. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to have more money. Shoot, I got a single coming out with iHip-Hop Distribution, Baby Grand. Like, it's coming out soon. I do different types of stuff, But I guess probably my big long-term goal is a distribution deal.
Okay.
That's what I really, really want. Because everything else is like, I can do that. But, a distribution, I got to feel what that's like. So a distribution deal is what I want.
Gotcha.
That's what I want.
And I know, so right now with Johnny, I know you mentioned like the whole... You got a single deal with him, correct?
Yeah. The first single, We Good Outside, should be coming out soon. I'm just waiting for the artwork. It's done.
Okay.
And the album, the EP is called Rich in Spirit, which is dope. It's totally a clean album, all clean music.
Okay.
It's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I produced it from top to bottom, mixed it, mastered it.
How long did that take, that project?
Literally 3 weeks.
Really?
3 weeks. So.
How was that though? Like, how's like just the interaction between you and Johnny?
It was dope. Well, it's crazy because I met him last year at a cypher. I was DJing a cypher and he was there, and he basically was like, he stuck out like a sore thumb because it was all like the smoking around and all these hoodlums in there. Yeah, I'm like, yo, this dude is crazy here by him. And I'm like, is he by himself? Like, he had on these glasses, and he, like I said, he just didn't fit what was going on in the room. And it's not even to him. I'm like, yo, this is. But he kicked some heat, like, And with me, I don't really like the gang rap stuff. Like, it's too much. I just know what the end result of that is, so I don't really involve myself with it. And people think like I'm not like that, like, So with Flawless, he was dope because he just presented himself. It was presentation with Flawless.
Okay.
And just talent, more presentation than talent for me.
Okay.
Because sometimes at the end of the day, music speaks for itself, but you still gotta have presentation.
Regardless.
Even me, if I'm like not looking, my hair looking rough, you get presentation. So. He had the package, and I got the right time, and the stars aligned. I just hit him up. I was like, yo, Flores, you ready to work? And he was like, yo, like, because, like I said, it was more to it than that, just on the business side. I seen people kind of like brushing him off, and he had that hunger. And I'm like, why nobody? And I'm like, like I said, he stood out like a sore thumb because like I said, he's been on Hot 97. He's been everywhere and breaking rounds, like on tours and stuff like that. So, my fault.
No, you're good.
So he's making making his rounds, and he just was a dope artist. He had the all around package.
Okay.
And we wrote the first song. We did the first song in probably an hour, and then he's touring it now. Actually, he performed yesterday. He's touring a record now. So
that's dope.
So that was my and like I said, is to give brothers opportunity to get some money in their pocket, so they not worrying so much about everything else.
Yeah. I mean, Johnny, I fuck with Johnny. Johnny, he did the tour.
Yeah.
With us. He did like
that's
a
right. That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I fuck with, like you said. I'm like.
Someone died.
Don't die on me. I don't have insurance, bro.
Yeah. I'm alright.
Now I fuck with Johnny, like his personality in itself.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, presentation. So, I'm like when I get him here,
yeah,
I want to know, like I want to ask him, like, why you're not where you want to be?
Nah, he is. Honestly, with Flawless, it was the music.
Okay.
He had good music, but a lot of times artists, and going back to what you said before, what's missing, artists not being produced. So they just going in there with an engineer, or see me, I'm a like producer. Like I go in, like when you hear it, I'm gonna let you hear it.
Yeah, okay.
Like I go in. Like,
okay.
I goes in. Like I take out parts, breaths, all of that. Like I'm producing like I really go ham on a song.
So you're not the engineer, you're more the producer.
I am the producer. You know what I'm saying? So like I make sure, like I don't even like other engineers touching my music because they're gonna flatten it out.
Gotcha.
So you know, a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of racism in this business. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
When was the last time you happened to come with a situation like that as far as racism?
Racism in this business?
Yeah.
Well, probably maybe last year.
Okay.
It was microaggression, more not racism, but microaggression.
Okay.
Which is by far worse because it drives me crazy. I like it right. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people who like let me know.
Yeah, but was it with the labels or like?
Actually, not. Was it? No. It was more of an elitist, racist thing, so it even pissed me off even more.
Okay.
So it was like, cause with me, I don't believe in race. I don't believe in it. I don't even, like, people get mad at me all the time. I've been dealing with business. I've been doing business on my own since 18. I'm 33 now. So it's not all about black and white. I hate to break people's bubbles. It's not black and white. Sometimes you will just never know why a person don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not, and trust me, and like I said, there's good people, there's bad people. No color.
Simple. Yeah.
But what happened was, in a sense, I'm working with an artist, and it's been working. I can see if it's not working and you come on board, but if it's working and you try to elite yourself into the situation, especially the work and the money that I put in, that's when I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, I gotta remove myself.
Gotcha.
You know, because I'm a lot better at the game than you, because I don't have no feelings when it comes to certain things. So, you know.
Nah, you definitely don't. That's what I said, you definitely, it's crazy because you definitely know, which I think is a great thing to have, is like, you know how to remove your emotions.
You have to.
With
it's
business,
bad for business.
You have
it have to business. It's bad for, yeah, it have to. And that's why I be telling you, like, you got to be more on it. Like, because, like, you know, you probably don't realize how famous you are, but you are a star. Like, I'd be like, yo, V is a freaking star. Wow. She's so nice. I'm like, yo, she's a star. But I'm like, yo, like, but no, it's good though. It's good to be humble though. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. I just have to remove myself because, you know, the position I'm in, I have to.
Yeah.
And especially being a black man and a big black man in this business, they try to like hold you in a box in a sense.
Okay.
So they even want you to be super aggressive, super dirty, the funny guy, the da-da-da. There's a lot of the stuff that people try to put you in. I'm like, if you knew half this thing, I'd say, you people don't know me from a hole in the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
So why you know what I'm saying? You don't know my education. You don't know, but it works. You know what I'm saying? And so it works for me. So I mean,
listen, at the end of the day, whatever's working for you.
Yeah.
Again, like, I appreciate the fact that you're working smart. You're working, bro. Like,
thank you.
You're working, and I'm just like, yo, you know. I admire it. It's inspiring for me. Like, I love seeing my peers win, bro. I said it on, I made a post on Facebook recently. Yeah. And it was just like, you know, just me taking in the positivity, right? And overall, I had, in one of the lines I had mentioned, like, I don't have room for that jealousy or hate.
No, you don't. And it's not worth it.
No, it's not. And I see that with you. Like, you don't have that, and you know.
Nah, man. Because for one, there's enough money out here to make money like I said,
not everybody.
It's too much money out here. Like, I went to Germany 2018. I went to Germany. Right, I went to Berlin. Right. Like I said, I see it. I don't. And crazy thing, right? The name of my company is Worldwide Sounds Records. My publishing company is DJ Chase Publishing. Right. I done been to Canada. I done been to Germany. I done been to the islands. I done been a lot of places. Mm-hmm. So, and I do business with people all over the world. Everybody is in search of the same thing. Yeah. Even when I'm in these companies, these corporations, because like people like talking to me, they love talking to me because they know I'm gonna listen. Mm-hmm. So I try not to internalize it because I'm like, okay, people just expressing themselves. So you learn a lot about people, you know. Mm-hmm. And I've met millions of people in my life. Like, it's crazy. I met a lot of people in my life, and everybody is searching for happiness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not so much money. It's like, and that's why I say, like, when people be like the racism stuff and all that, I'm like, your little world is this big. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is a lot bigger than you. So if you start learning how people are, people essentially want the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a God-fearing man, and I pray a lot, and I know, like, you know, we have a purpose and we serve a purpose. Like, even like right now, right? Yesterday, you know, my wife was feeling a little down about I think the Jacob guy that got shot or whatever in a protest. So, you know, I showed her. I said, look, just Saturday I was with a politician.
Okay.
I have to use my platform. I could be out here doing all types of stuff, having tattoos on my face and all this, right? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a sacrifice worth it for me, because then, okay, now yesterday I got an email to do something for a Mix for Change, which is like a DJ community. They want us to do live Instagrams to get people to register to vote.
Okay.
You know, and the guy, he's like Michelle Obama. He's like works Michelle Obama and stuff. You know, but these are the things that come to me. These are the blessings that come to me, and then I don't even tell half the personal conversations that I have with people. But more or less, you know, people have to just understand that everybody wants the same thing in life.
Yeah. To
make it to heaven. That's the number one goal. Like, literally, like, it's the craziest thing in the world. Like, you think about that on some deep level stuff. It is. Everybody wants to get to heaven, the party in the sky. You know what I'm saying? They're just trying to figure it out.
I mean, I agree with you as far as, like, everybody. This is the thing, right? Yeah. I'm a spiritual person, and everybody knows this, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're right. Where everybody wants that happiness.
The happiness.
However,
I'm
not gonna say.
But you gotta do the work.
No, a lot of people don't want to put in
that
that
work. Do the work. You gotta do the work.
A lot of people don't understand that. In order to be happy, you have to be happy with yourself.
There you go.
You have to learn how to unconditionally.
Yep.
Because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I'm like 80% of, I'm going to say maybe the world, right? Mm-hmm. Where 80% of the world, they love with condition.
Yeah, it's true. It's like, it actually started with social media.
Absolutely.
Social media
created so many narcissistic.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, it's insane. Like, we do live in a narcissistic era, should I say? Where just everybody's just, it's cool. There's a difference between loving yourself and just
what these people do. Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. It's insane. So,
it's like me. I'm my biggest fan. Like, I dealt with a lot of hard things in my life, so I became my biggest fan. I'm like, listen, I'm my biggest fan. You ain't got to like me. So that's another thing. Like, I don't care. Like, I know who's who, and I know who's what. I'm good at reading people. I have a very unique birthday. My birthday is 7/1/87. So I was born at like 7:28 in the morning. My birthday is crazy.
Okay.
So I can, like, pick up things really quick. So I'm like, all right, you know. But even then, I still understand where things come from.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, if this person is cursing me out, that probably doesn't even have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It has to do with something that they're going through. So I'm not going to be like, tomorrow we'll talk.
You know what I don't understand? Like, for example, like, I've met people be like, yeah, the Four Agreement is part of, like, it's a great book. And then I'm like, you don't apply that to yourself, because you should, right? Like you just mentioned, like, don't take things personal.
Don't take personal.
It's not about you. It's about them. Whatever they're dealing with. Don't assume. You understand? Like,
even like judgment. Judgment is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Because you can miss out on opportunity being judgmental. You know, you can talk. And I tell artists all the time, I'm like, listen, you know, you can talk yourself out of a situation. You know, assess the situation. Learn. And now, if it's really not for you, don't do it, of course. But you never know. Like me, people take, like me, they get mad at me because, like, yo, why does Chase do this? Or why does he do this? Or why does he take this? I'm like, it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you. So I even had to tell, like, sometimes I be telling artists, like, you don't have to post all your business on social media. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do that. Like, because for one, even I deal with it. I'd be like, people be judging me. And I actually get a kick out of it. I'd be like, I like to see how far I can lead people down a rabbit hole. You know, and judgment is dangerous because you never know what opportunities, you never know what you can learn from somebody. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You don't know what you can learn from them. So, you know, even with me, I'm like, okay, why do people do this? So I'm like, all right, let me maybe change how I dress. Maybe change how I act. Maybe change, smile more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a big self-assessor too. So I'm like, okay, let me fix this. Let me fix this. You know, not too much, but, just making subtle changes, you know, because with me, I was all about the music in the beginning. I was like, music. But I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. So I had to figure it out, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
It's funny, right? Because someone said, I think it was Asia. Asia was like, you know, she has a passion for, like, creativity and whatever. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is, like, because what's funny is, like, you mentioned, you know, like, how you, like, where you stand as a businessman and as a person in itself. And she was like, yo, if you have a passion for being broke, That's on you. You
know what's crazy?
Like,
Yo, people have this nasty habit of being broke. They
yo,
like
it's
it's crazy. I'm like, when did this start? Like, yo, I'd be like, let's make some money, let's team up. Even like collaboration. I'm like, yo, everybody can eat. If everybody plays a role, what's the point?
Because not everybody knows how to play that role. Like, I feel like so many people want to be the Indian. Yeah, I mean, the chief. Yes. Yep. So many people want to be the chief that, you understand, they don't want to, like...
Yeah, I learned that too. So, but... Like I said, those who are watching, like I said, there's no right or wrong. It's what you want in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a goal setting person. So I like, and then, just goals,
You overcoming mad stuff. Like you mentioned it several times already, like how you have a story, right? You've dealt with a lot. Have you had like moments where you wanted to give up?
Of course. I used to quit all the time.
So what made you overcome all that?
A girlfriend. She was like, stop telling people you want to quit, bro. And she just sat up and told me that shit. Like, and it was crazy because it was a joke how I got to work at Sirius.
Okay.
She was like, why don't you apply for intern? It was a joke. And I did not think I was going to get it. I was up at her house one night. She was like, yo, why don't you apply for the internship? I applied for it. They emailed me like 2 weeks later.
Really?
I didn't think I was going to get it. It was a joke. It was a matter of fact, it was a dare. She was like, I dare you to do it. And she said, stop telling people you want to quit. Like I said, it was the recession year. So it was hard. Like, transitioning from college, coming home, dealing with personal stuff, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, do it. And it was the best decision I ever made. The best school I went to.
That's what's up. Like,
I credit her. She was the one who told me, like, yo, stop telling people you want to quit. Like,
that's you changing your mindset.
Yeah, so she told me that. And I guess because I'm assertive as hell. So I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So... and I'm a Cancer, so I'm like, I wear my heart on my sleeve to a point. So I'd be like,
yo, y'all Cancers be a little bit. I'm a water sign.
Yeah.
But I'm Pisces.
Yeah, she was a Pisces too. That's why she was a Pisces. March, I think I'm March something. So
y'all Cancer sometimes, y'all be a little emotional, but
yeah. You know what's crazy? I don't believe in that stuff.
Okay.
People ask me all the time. I'm like, I don't believe in it because sometimes I see people use it to the point of justifying BS.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right, no. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But certain things I'm like, okay, maybe we do have in common. But, with me, like I said, with me, it was about growth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And just learning and, separating myself from people too. A lot of times you be around people, you never know what they into. So you got to separate yourself. That's another thing artists got to do too. They got to separate themselves from certain things.
When did you start separating yourself?
How much? 20?
Because I remember.
Maybe 2013 probably.
Okay. I remember hearing your name quite a few times, like when I first started? I don't remember, but like around the time frame, I remember hearing your name, seeing your emails. I know you was doing like...
Yeah, I still do my email.
Yeah, you seeing your emails, and I also like just hearing your name overall. And I know you mentioned certain showcases you was doing and stuff like that, like...
Well, when I guess more or less,
like, did you start separating yourself from like?
Not really. What happens is a lot of times, and I didn't realize this as I didn't realize it as a DJ. Like, people associate you with I don't think like that. So I'm not like, yo, the Artistry brand is V-Henny. If V-Henny do this, I don't think like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I get high. I'm a work for hire. Like, I'm not like contractually signed to nobody. I'm literally an independent contractor. If you had to put on paper, what do I do? I'm an independent contractor. So if somebody does a bad event, I'm like, okay, why does it have nothing to do with me? I'm coming to provide a service that has nothing to do. So that's why so business I am. So I guess like Remo Marak, who's my A&R, I took him maybe 20. I always knew of him, but we never met till like 2 years ago.
Okay.
So he was like, "Yo, Chase, like you got to do this, you got to do this." I'm like, "What is he talking?" And I guess I never because like I said, I'm really strictly black and white on paper. So I'm like, why do people keep saying this? Like it didn't make sense to me. So I guess I just kind of took a step back and I was like, okay, let me move maybe differently. I guess if people believe this crap. Because I know behind the scenes, if I have an argument with you, I'm be like, yo, we talk behind the scenes. I'm not going to put it on the internet. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
But I know it's over business. It'll never be like, I'm not going to, that's never personal. So I'm like, okay. So if I have a bad show people don't know the behind the scenes to it. So I'm like, all right, maybe I got to take more, I guess, elite events or, a specific type of event. So that's when I kind of started separating myself.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I started peeping that, and I was just like, but it's true though what you saying, like, because I've experienced that firsthand where because I associate with certain people as far as like business partners or whatever, you know, people automatically be like, yo,
because we don't
X,
think like that.
And yeah, for me,
We
I'm
don't
like,
think
yo,
like that.
bro, like I, you know how many times I had to tell people, I'm like, if it was never done to me,
I don't care. I'm the same way. I'll be like, yo, that don't got. Listen, and it's crazy. Like when I'm 30. 30's been so good to me. I'd be like, listen, that sounds like a you problem, family. That don't got nothing to do with me. If it don't got nothing to do with me or my household, that I ain't got. Listen, I don't care. Like, you know. But I guess, like I said, people, you know, it is what it is. You know.
You know what I learned as well growing up, like doing not growing up, doing because at one point in my life I did network marketing, right? And I always say this, like, in order for me to take your opinion, I need to take your lifestyle.
Exactly, that's true. I agree with that.
You know, so
you say it a lot better than me, but I agree with that.
You know, like, yeah, because I feel like if for you to come to me and be like, whatever it is, the situation, I need to assess where you're at in your life, why you're coming to me with certain things.
Because it's a relationship. Like any business is a relationship.
It is.
It's a super, because you got to invest time in this person. You got to like invest like life and food and it's so much to it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to waste them years like regretting it unless you learn something from it. But you never want to invest them good years on foolishness. You know, because you can't get that time back. Yeah. You know, so I feel you on that one.
So now, let's go back to your. You know, I know you're dropping with Johnny Floss. This EP. Yeah. When are you dropping this?
I'm waiting for the cover now. The graphic design.
Just that's all you're waiting for?
Because I wanted a specific way. That's why I'm being really picky.
Gotcha.
That's why. Because I'm having like the artwork.
Wait, what do you mean you're being picky?
The artwork is like vintage artwork, so I want it to look like a LP.
Okay.
So that's why. So he's working, but it's just like So I'm
like,
once
you get this artwork, are you?
Oh, it's out. It's out. Yeah. It'll be because I got to do a pre-release for Apple Music. Okay. So I'm trying to get on some playlists on Apple Music, so it's like a 3-week time difference, whatever. Okay. But the first single will be out, We Good Outside, and then the EP will be out. But I'm like giving it to like certain people so they can just feel it. So everything is done. So as like I said, it's a classic. I'm proud of this. Like I put some time in this one. Okay. You know, because a lot of artists they be like, y'all want to work with you, but like I said, dealing with this, you know, I can't. And then like I said, it's under my label too. So I wanted to make sure it's right. You know, so like good pictures, good networking, good marketing, good promo. So and it's easy. You know what I'm saying? I want people to see like. Doing the indie route is easy and always have the bottom line. And just a jewel for any independent artist, your number one money maker is your performance, your show. Publishing takes forever to come, and you have to wait forever. So 6 months and 9 months. So your show. But how can you?
You're right. That's one of the like. But I'm like, how can you perform right now? Right, like with this whole pandemic.
There's online. There's coming to radio shows. This is your performance.
I mean, I know, but
I'm saying all of that equals streams. You know what I'm saying? So all of that equals streams. All of that sells records. People, Chase is here. Oh, your V-Henny's here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to get your show money up. I mean, any show, any opportunity to get eyes on you to promote yourself is, a cent. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta look at it. You know, so.
I mean, so what's next after this?
After this, I got like projects out the wazoo. I got music that's in the stash too.
Really?
Yeah. So I got a podcast. I'm working on. Hopefully, when things open back up, God willing. Trying to tour Canada. I'm working on a tour in Canada.
I love Canada.
Yes, I do. I want to
I feel like that with Paris. But
I've never been there yet.
I love Paris.
Yeah, I want to go to Canada. So far, Canada's all right with me.
What part of Canada?
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's low.
Yeah.
I just always have something. I fuck with it, but it's always something negative happening when I go there. It never fails with Toronto. Like, it has.
Shows, like I said,
the love and the support is dope. But I'm talking about, like, me personally. Like, I almost died.
Damn.
But I like.
You know why I guess I had such a love with it? My birthday fell on the Independence Day, right?
Okay.
So when I went for my 30th birthday, it was the Canadian Independence Day, the 150 year, and it was just like the stars was aligned again. Okay. They had the big festival in the square there, the Century Square. Okay. It was like the fire. It was just like it looked like a Disney movie. It felt like a Disney movie on some other shit. So, but like I said, Canada thus far is where it's at for me. That's even Europe. I don't like Europe though. I don't like Europe too much. I don't like Europe that much. I gotta go. Maybe I gotta go to Paris or London, but I don't like. Europe that much.
I've only was like with the music scene, right? Like Canada's dope music scene, dope.
But that's probably why, because I went there to visit. I didn't do no promotion.
No, I did. Like I went out there for
that's
work.
Why. Okay,
so
Oh, it's probably bad. It's probably fly.
I hardly
out there.
slept.
It's probably fly out
I
there.
hit like mad underground scenes and network with mad DJs out there. You know, like it's funny because I was just talking to one of the DJs a few days ago, and I'm like,
you gotta go back.
I definitely like.
Well, let me know because I'm working on some trips. I just been like transitioning right now, so
okay.
I'm definitely working on some trips.
So you do have. So you planning a tour and
yeah, Kane, I'm working on that now. So
okay,
I'm working on that. You know, and just really just putting out more records. Like at the end of the day, with me, I'm like I said, I've literally done. Right now, just to see how far I can go.
Gotcha.
You know, I've done every single thing that I want to do. And
let
more
me ask you
promotion
this one last question, because I know you've mentioned how artists like, you know, they're reaching out to you. So after this project and you're just trying to see where you go moving forward, we already know you will be working with, you know, with other individuals. What are your top three things that you look for within an artist to work with them?
Oh, a lot. Let me see. Talent number one.
Okay.
Because I can't make you a better rapper.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I'm not magical like that. Emotional problems. If you have any emotion problems, because there's a lot of things in this business that you don't. It takes you out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. Yeah, you have to. You have to. And presentation.
Okay.
Presentation. Yeah, I would say I'm not big on presentation, but it's a factor.
I feel like it's a big factor.
Yeah, I don't look at it like that because money can change anybody. So that's why I'm like, you know. But yeah, me personally, that's just my personal.
I feel like
opinion.
money. I don't think money it
Nah,
does change.
It can.
No. What I'm trying to say, I feel like money brings out the true self.
No. I'm not talking about like personality.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
talking about aesthetic. I ain't talking about like.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No. Money. No. Some people shouldn't have money. I'm talking about as far as like presentation look. Like that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying though. Like I mean, yeah, presentation is key. I mean, as far it's not even about a look thing for me. I'm talking about when I say presentation, I'm taking it as like the way you're presenting yourself in a whole, right? From looks to body language to conversation. You know, just to the etiquettes.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I work with a ton of artists in my life. So, you know, I mean.
Because you can have the look, and if you can't properly carry, like you said.
Well, you would know that because you probably see it differently than me. That's why I'm saying it. Because you see it from a host perspective. See,
yeah.
I look at it from a musical perspective. So that's,
gotcha.
You know, that. It depends, though. Like I said, me personally, for me to work with you, because I think in terms like this, right? I could bring them to you, and you could tell them how to act. You get what I'm saying? So I'm in an opportunist type of way. I look at it from that perspective.
Okay.
Only. So that's why I said, if you clean somebody up, that can be taught. You know what I'm saying? Certain things can't be taught. The stuff that I can't teach you is what you need to have.
Yeah.
That make any sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's the number one thing.
I get it. So your shows, like your podcast, I know you do radio and everything. So like what plug it in? Like when
what I got
catch
the pregame party mix podcast on 13 podcast networks. Spotify is the biggest one. I got a lot of listeners. It's crazy. My listeners on Spotify. It's crazy for the podcast. So just search in the Spotify search DJ Chase. Apple Podcast, same thing, DJ Chase. I'm on YouTube, DJ Chase TV. I'm getting used to the YouTube. DJChaseDigital.com, the website. I got the merch store, shopexplain.com. Some dope merch on there. Some pieces for the ladies, jewelry sets, sunglasses, hats, shirts, all that. My label merch is on there, so cop that. Worldwide Sounds Records t-shirts. The Vero G Spotlight Radio Show. I'm the guest DJ. Presentation DJ Vero G, the Spotlight Radio Show. The Loudmouth Gemini Stacks and Vero G and myself. And and my sister V-Henny, you already know what it is. So I'm just here with her. Follow me on Instagram _DJ Chase. Beats, engineering. Just have your money up because I'm not working for free.
Yo, for real.
And the numbers got to be there. I bring the numbers. I give you the hits. So I'm pretty much to myself.
Tomorrow he's actually DJing for the Art of Music.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
One artist sent their music in.
Only one? We talk about that after this. Like,
no, this is what I'm trying to tell you, the artist.
Yo, bro, I mean, guys, this is why I think this is why we do our rants.
Yep.
We do our rants and you know how many times like people be like, yo, you went in or you went in.
I'm happy
it's
for you
just
because
like,
you be saying the stuff that I can't say personally because I can't hurt my relationship, but you be going off.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
I'm tired of it, bro. Like I'm like, yo, like how many times can we, right? Like, and I'm saying we because you give Jews, you give you put people in a place where you can improve and generate some sort of income and do things correctly and build the actual brand, and yet you still drop the ball.
Yep.
I don't get that. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Because you know what it is in their minds, and a lot of times it's upbringing, too. That's another thing I'm going to say. That's a fourth thing I'm going to add. For me to work with you, I got to know your upbringing. I'm going to start having, like, background checks on artists. Like, where were you raised? Do you have both your parents? Okay, what happened to your father? I need to know daddy issues. Any of that? I got to know all that. Yeah, for me to work with you. Straight up.
I need to know.
I got to straight up. If you come from a two-parent household.
He's charging by the hour.
If you come by a two-parent household, I'll work with you.
Damn. So you can't work with me. Nah.
I mean in a good way. I'm like, yo, I gotta know what kind of who I'm dealing with here. Like,
listen. When it comes to a relationship, and we're not talking about just like physical, like relationship, or just a relationship in a whole, like business, whatever it is, you definitely need to know like the person's upbringing. I do agree with you on that. Upbringing. You got to see I have to see. That's in the long run. That's if I'm gonna build with you. Yeah. If I build with you, I definitely need to see that as well. Yeah. I'm not gonna take away because I know what it is, but it does shows me like where do you stand? Like, do you want it or not? Yeah. And you can't be one of those people who be like, I want it, and then you just give me half-ass work.
Because you have to trust people. That's why. So that's the thing. Like,
but that's the thing. Can you even trust people in this industry?
Nah, you can. You got to. So you know what I'm saying. So you gotta, you could like I said, at the end of the day, you could tell who's who. You know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you could tell who's who. Now, knowing what a nigga capable of, that's different.
Yeah.
But you can trust people because with me, I learned if you keep people at a certain distance and slowly bring them in, then you'll like okay because that builds their trust. And like in the 48 Laws of Power always says, your enemy is gonna work harder than you need a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you got to kind of look at. That's why I always set people as competition. Like I like people around me who are my competition because they're always gonna adjust themselves to work with me, you know, as opposed to against me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I learned too. Like you gotta have that. Yeah.
I definitely get it. Great book, by the way. Mm-hmm. I want to just say before we take a music break.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, thank you for taking
made it happen.
Time. Yeah, I know. Like I want
I hope I wasn't boring.
Nah, I highly doubt that. It's not gonna be the first time he's gonna be. You definitely will bring you back. And
I have artists for I'll bring somebody come by.
Yeah, definitely. I mean. Shit,
I normally bring wine, but the liquor store was closed today. I was trying to bring you some gifts.
Nah, listen. Right now, I have coffee and water right now. Like,
the liquor store was closed. I was like, damn, I can't even get no wine. Nah, that was gonna be like a nice little wine, wine.
I love wine, by the way, but I was like, wine. Right now, the way I woke up today, I was like, yo,
it's over.
Yeah. So, but I am proud of just the way you're moving. I'm proud of you. Like I'm proud of the fact that you're allowing me to be part of this process.
Of course. The more recruits, the better. Shit, yeah. Like I said, because I could cover more ground. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Camera people, editing people, and this is providing jobs and skills. And you can write. Like even with me, one of the things that what made me smile like recently, I know we gotta go, is like I was able to write like a letter to get somebody an apartment with my own company.
Wow.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was that. And I'm looking at myself like, damn, like. I was homeless before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for me to have my own company to write a letter for somebody to get an apartment was like, I had to sit back and really think about that. And I'm like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so stuff like that really makes me like keep going. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Dope. It's dope. And you're right about that. Because like, it's dope. It's a dope feeling. Yeah. I think you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Chase. Like, continue, please. Like, you're always welcome here. You're part of the fam. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching and supporting. Follow the man. All his information will be in the description box. You already know the vibes. We're going to play some music and we're going to come back. You dig? Peace.
Honestly, I'm just doing this just cause. I got an addiction to music and I'm high through its usage. It make me feel fresher than pussies that shower with douches. I really fuck with music. I know how it cooches. I get nasty with her. We way past smooches. I rock her with my mic. She the pookie to my pipe. I beat her with love but do it like it's out of spite. She my soul's passion and my soul passion. She told me I'ma cash out soon as I cash in. I put my all out and I put my last in. Some niggas tend to doubt it and say we ain't lasting. I bet they bottom dollar, they mad, they can't holler. What? Poodle ass bitches can't rock with the Waller. I'm from a past path where I was headed to sparking gas, but thank God for the parties and parks and started rap. Only the Lord knows where I would have been without a pen, so I celebrate with bars that help me dodge the bars of the pen. Yo. Music get me high, so I fuck with her. She been with me at my low, so I fuck with her. I lost a lot of love, but I fuck with her. She turned my pain into art, so I fuck with her. Music get me high, so I fuck with her. She been with me at my low, so I fuck with her. I lost a lot of love, but I fuck with her. She turned my pain into art. Many human relationships I had never lasted. It's like the Cupid of my life crossed path with assassins. Love went quick like loved ones did when metal blasted. Moms told me I was more than just a ghetto bastard, but I feel loads of a demon spliff and I think that the devil passed it. Will I have enough friends to give me a level casket? Cause imbalances in my life make me feel it won't happen. 1 minute I feel lonesome and want more than attraction, but then I start to find discomfort in too much attachment. Yeah, I know I got issues, girl, that many ain't matching. I bet you probably hearing this and cursing me out, but if it helps doing you wrong back then, bring hurt to me now. So I drown my sorrows in the sea of black ink that reflect the sorrows I have, black ink. See, night grew up dark, so paranoid how sun lives. Sometimes we give too much time showing how valuable someone is, but if your time isn't valued, then you know it's not worth it. Never give what's priceless for something that treats you worthless. Pursue your dreams, cause when dealing with time, it's no reimbursements. So handle the game the best you can, like you the first pimp. Yeah, I think that's how I'ma let the verse end. I don't know, music, like, was you feeling it? I hope I ain't really rush it, like the ending verses and whatnot. Like, I wasn't really trying to rush it. Like, I wanted to show, like, the urgency in the last few bars, you know, talking about, like, you know, never give what's priceless for something that treats you worthless. Pursue your dreams, because when dealing with time, there's no reimbursements. So handle the game the best you can, like you the first pimp, you know. I just realized this beat loop had, like, a little weird ass sound. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah. You say about your money, I can't tell, nigga. It's reloaded. Woo, woo, woo. You say about your money, I can't tell, nigga. Gas, what you smell, nigga. And they wish for me to fail, I wish them well. But if you really want that smoke, I'm at your bell. I want the green, no in between. I know they fly, I said my team. Cause I want the green, no in between. I know they fly, I said my team. I've been waiting on the lane to push my buttons. Get in my lane and I'ma have to get the bus. You say you coming, we was searching, we found nothing. Visit your job and tell your boss that I'm your cousin. Stop playing with us. You say you gon' do it, but nigga, we wait. I talked to my Nina, she said she getting impatient. I'm trying to find where the savings. I'm trying to triple my savings. Chopper go boop, 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 boop. Would've thought it was Jamaican. Peep the drip, oh my God. No new friends with the squad. I keep it real, yeah, keep it fraud. I keep the time to keep you calm. You say about your money, I can't tell, nigga. Gas, what you smell, nigga. When they wish for me to fail, I wish them well. But if you really want that smoke, I'm at your bell. Cause I want the green, no in between. I know they plot, I said my team. Cause I want the green, no in between. I know they plot, I said my team.
Hold up, wait a minute, you ain't heard about smoke? That nigga get into the green purple with the gang go. More tired niggas, smart flies, niggas speaking on my name wrong. So fuck around if you want. Lucky, always keep it on them. Right. It's too many niggas just worry about what I've been doing. They get you a bag of something, just scrolling their head, my nigga, that's bullshit. I've been online with a paper, you hear this is out from my name on a Lucy. I keep it 100, I do me. I'm good with the lead, I'm in the head. I kill about Chris on who you be. They know you a body, they know I'm my body, and you say you the nigga who he. We knew you was funky, you ain't on your job, was there with a girl, you a goofy. From rolling your head with a two-piece.
for me to fail, I wish him well. But if you really want that smoke, I'm at your bell. Cause I want the green, no in between. I know they plot, I send my team. Cause I want the green, no in between. I know they plot, I send my team.
Where I'm from, NYC, you know the city never sleep. Bright lights and bigger dreams. All I wanted was an elevated suite. Model in the sheets, whipping something classic through the street. Yeah, I'm in a different world like Cree Summers. Haters trying to keep me under, say my verse is trash. How long it's gonna take you to pop? I say about 3 summers. Young Scott Summers. Haters keep talking, please don't make me remove my stunners. I come from the hunger, I'm always strong, never fumble. Westbrook the way I bring the thunder. All them nigga on the rise now. NYC, we the town now. I'll hit up 2/5, run into your bitch, so you know I motor down. From the place that birthed Al, Cam and Mason, this fly shit come natural, no faking. We do this for the love of Rich Porter and Damon. Dash you through Harlem, everybody know we made it. Where you from, homie? That's Harlem. Pick apart the formula and rise myself to stardom. All the opportunities you passing, guess you don't mind starving. Witness all my greatness as it happens. Boy, I'm awesome. Where I'm from, NYC, you know the city never sleep. Bright lights and bigger dreams. All I wanted was an elevated suite. Model in the sheets, whipping something classic through the street.
The body language don't add up to what they saying. Everybody say they in the game, but they ain't playing. I only believe in actions. Fuck what they saying. Make America great again. I guess I'm Kanye.
Never give a fuck what Trump's saying. No time for the complaining. Y'all a little too complacent. TAC with this container.
No triple C's, but the gun playing.
Billy B's got the jump swaying. You a my player with the bum ratings.
Blowing bread, you crumb saving. I remember I ain't have it.
Now it's money on the mattress.
Niggas cut from a different fabric.
Went from semi-good to cinematic.
Movie, blockbuster. You was never on a blockbuster.
I miss the hood, I'm a block hugger. Do it bigger, you a pack sucker.
Where I'm from, NYC, you know the city never sleep. Bright lights and bigger dreams. All I wanted was an elevated suite. Model in the sheets, whipping something classic through the streets.
Wait. FJH shit, nigga. I'm back, I'm litty. Pockets fat, biggie. Facts. Make moves like Diddy. Run to your block with the glizzy. My niggas get busy. They move, they shimmy. My hood is my city. Yeah. You mad, you pity. Wait. I'm back, I'm litty. My block, my city. Facts. And I always got goons with me. Gang, shit back, glizzy. All of my niggas, they with me. Slide, shimmy. Cold word for Ricky. Cold days, they up in your head like a drop top. She go both ways. And she go round till I say stop. Wait. Yeah, nigga, I ain't playing. 5 shots at the tam. 6'9", way banging. Hit mine, rearrange some. Dip off. Bitch, I'm fly, kick off. Gun sing like it's Lou Raw. I told DX like I'm New York. Nigga talk hard, but he moves off. Giuseppe shine like a jeweler. Nigga, I'm cooler. You can tell how I grew up. Cause gang size what I throw up. Snitch niggas make me throw up. Real niggas wanna know us, and them bitches can't hold us. They gon' ride like they supposed to. Put your brains on the post too. And they got the bread, you got the toast too. And I got that magic like I'm Frank Luke. I'm back, I'm litty. Pockets fat, sticky. Make moves like Diddy. Run to your block with the glizzy. My niggas get busy. They move, they shimmy. My hood is my city. You mad, you pity. I'm back, I'm litty. My block, my city. And I always got goons with me. Get back, glizzy. All of my niggas, they with me. Slide, shimmy. Cold word for Ricky.
know what I mean? Just tell a friend.
I don't need the love, you can keep it. Rather see a nigga dead with headshots, lost fights, came back from it. I don't know a nigga that can stop me bullets. Every nigga that's around me gutter. You already know where I come from. Can't go to war with no gun. See a snitch bleed, yeah, that's fun. Talk about a nigga, be about it. Catch a body, never speak about it. Hollow tips, legs to go retarded. Feeling bitches all in your body. I'm a big in the fur regardless. In the kill, I won't be a target. Keep it real or you niggas garbage. Keep it real or you niggas garbage. Caddy, swerving. Young niggas in Suburbans. Red light, green light. Gotta keep those on the cannon. Hustle hard for the family. Shoot a nigga tryna jam it. Shoot a nigga tryna jam it. Shoot a nigga tryna jam it. Real nigga shit. Y'all niggas on real nigga time. I ride when real niggas ride. I cry when real niggas die. Oh, that's some real nigga shit. I'm always on real nigga shit. Yo, bitch on real nigga dick. Yo, bitch on real nigga dick. Yeah, real nigga shit. Y'all niggas on real nigga time. I ride when real niggas ride. I cry when real niggas die. Oh, that's that real nigga shit. Oh, yeah, that's real nigga shit. Yeah, that's that real nigga shit. Yeah, that's that real nigga shit. Yeah.
I'm whipped up, okay. In case they think I'll run it down. Get hit, beat down, no, I lay you down. Ain't no comp, nigga, when it come to this. I rock, I ain't talking hippie shit. Come try me if you with the shits. I bang, nigga, no gorilla shit. Plus, all of my niggas, they grippers, they move with the 40. No need for 100 niggas, that's just more to the story. Just one nigga, I guarantee. You see in that gate. White gem, real shit. Y'all niggas just hate. Bow, bow. Y'all listening now? Talking crazy, but really, y'all digging the style? Talking about y'all running shit. Treadmills, they moving weight. Niggas funny, they moving place. No need, but I feel the shape. Fuck it. Y'all running down, I spin around, no difference, nigga. Hey, y'all running down, I spin around, no difference, nigga. Hey, I'm coming for my spot. Ain't no nigga telling me I'm not. No nigga. I ain't new to this game. I'm that nigga y'all niggas watch. I see it. I'm two-stepping, pippin'. That could do better, just listen. I'm in my lane, you swerving. Wrong turn, get you hit. That's real nigga shit. And I do real nigga shit. I guess it's a real nigga time to show y'all real shit can get. Hold up.
Real nigga shit. Y'all niggas on real nigga time. I ride when real niggas ride. I cry when real niggas die. Oh, that's some real nigga shit. I'm always on real nigga shit. Yo, bitch on real nigga dick. Yo, bitch on real nigga dick. Yeah, real nigga shit. Y'all niggas on real nigga time. I ride when real niggas ride. I cry when real niggas die. Oh, that's that real nigga shit. Oh, yeah, that's real nigga shit. Yeah, that's that real nigga shit. Yeah, that's that real nigga shit. Yeah. Wake up, KD, you should be that nigga that's popping on TV, OIG. There's definitely no more Lil Wayne or Jay-Z. There was no more Tupac, no more B.I.G.s. I got bars, bitch, T.I.Lee. Don't let that go over your head, cause we can put a loaf on your head. You niggas is biting the cheese, but I thought they was G's though. Niggas that still freeze when they see COPs, bro. Let them rap on the beat, they kill you, me, them for free. You ain't no killer, I'ma let you be. Nigga, one way or the other, I'ma make you respect us. Go ahead with your best, I'm just shooting the neck up, yeah. Let me talk my shit. Scout Lalo, my hate video, nigga. F.A. Talk to him now. Look, talk to him. Sporting clothes now that I couldn't afford. It's that Dutch shoe scout when stashing cans in the back of out it's a cord. Cashing my singles all at the corner store. I'm a rowdy, of course. Money Trizzy on niggas' horse. We ran the whole building but found us on 2 floors. On the floor for the basement. On boy, we was caking. Shout out that nigga Nitty for bringing me some nigga from out of the city. Told him give him my 20s for 50. Yeah, this is lyrically killing your favorite rapper by accident. Most of these rappers is bitches and they masculine. Step on the devil's toes if I jota like who you dancing with. I made Nazareth with banana clips on some Rambo shit. Daring anybody to throw rocks at this. You only tough on the beat, but in real life you was opposite. 16 shells with the opposite. Up close and personal, I really highly doubt that I'm a miss. I'm flying, I flew. That was a kamikaze flip. Niggas won't catch that till later. Sucker. Got one. Yo.
What up, is your girl V-Henny. We back in the building. We have JayR Dion rocking with me.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? How you
What's
doing?
good? What's good, V? How you?
I'm good. I got my coffee. I need my coffee today. Today I needed my coffee.
Yeah, we start early.
Yeah, you already know the vibes, man. I appreciate you just being out here. I want to just say thank you for taking the time, making an effort, coming out here.
Thank you.
Nah, definitely. I was like, we were just talking like, your commute, the dedication you have towards your passion, bro.
Right. Gotta. If you really want it, you gotta do whatever it takes to get it. For real, that's it. It's as simple as that.
that is like, and I admire that, yo, because not many people will do that.
Right.
They make so many excuses to like. I'm not saying everybody, but just some certain people who are not passionate within their crafts, like. So I salute you for that, like you took the time, the effort, and again, like it's just your hunger. I noticed your hunger and your passion is there, Have you, like, I know you started rapping, pretty young, but when did that hunger, like, really was, like, taking over?
Well, it's always been there ever since I really started. Like, my passion forever has just been music. Like,
okay.
I already, like, when I was young, I started about 10, really rapping, watching music videos, and I just knew that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be a part of. Like, it was just, I was just different from the other kids. Like, it was into the cartoons and things like that. I wanted to watch music videos. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, even now, people say, you remember this? Nah, I don't really remember because I was just watching music videos. That's it.
I feel you, shit.
But, yeah, like I said, it's just simple. Like, if you really want it, whatever it is, if it was music, whatever I was into, I'll be pushing towards it however I can.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I really love.
Not that ass. Like, I mean, that's dope that you like you said, you was on your grind. Like, all right, so since you started young watching music video, what was the video that really, like, what was the video that inspired you or the song?
I would say the Jazzy, H to the Izzo. Remember, he had a bunch of people doing, like, different shots with, like, all the artists was in the video.
Yeah.
So that inspired me. And then it was the DMX Rough Riders anthem.
Gotcha.
Like, those songs came out around, like, the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I remember, like, recording the videos, like, the old radio with the tape, the cassette tape. Record the video on the tape. That was my mixtape for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really pushed me to be like, yeah, that's what I want to do.
Gotcha. Nah, that's dope. I think H to the Izzo was Blueprint, correct? Am I correct?
Yep, it should be. Yeah,
that was. I love that album. That was by far one of my favorite albums. That's dope because like, coming from the Bronx, you normally don't hear like me. I'm such a Biggie fan.
Right.
I'm such a Jay-Z fan coming from the Bronx as well, but I also acknowledge and I am a fan of Big Pun. So, but usually you have your Bronx hip hop head talking about like your first, like the first artist they initially would mention would be Big Pun. You know, right. Like so for you to mention the whole Jay-Z. I'm although you did mention DMX and he's Yonkers, so exactly. X was he was that dude, bro. Like like so I know this is like the beginning of your music career, like the start, and then you from the Bronx, you moved all the way to Ohio.
Right. That was when I was young, probably like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, from 5, then you came back to the Bronx, and that's when
like
you was
19.
like influenced by hip hop then again, or you was influenced.
No,
I
was
Ohio?
already. I've been doing like really recording and dropping projects. Probably when I was like 16.
Okay.
16, I started dropping like my own projects.
Okay.
Doing a couple shows, opening up for people out in Ohio.
Okay.
But life hits in a certain period of time. Just I had to get to the work and things like that. But last year is when I really sat down with a couple people, my fam, and they brought together like a media team, which is Moves Media. That's what I'm a part of. So they been basically guiding me through the music, like planning releases, videos, and things like that. Which is my brother. One of the guys is my brother, and then the other guy's like he's basically my brother too, because I met him when I first moved to Ohio. So I've been knowing him my whole life for real. But basically, last year is when we just started dropping projects. So I dropped like 2 projects last year, which is Elevated Mind State, and then we just been pushing, dropping visuals and just planning different innovative ways to get the people tuned in. So what we doing, yep.
Gotcha. So going from, back to, how was that transition, from the Bronx to Ohio? Like, was there, Ohio, was it an influence as well for you out there? Like, and were you able to take certain styles from Ohio and insert it into your music?
That's pretty much molded my whole style because in Ohio is the Midwest, so you get a mixture.
Yeah.
Some people like the South music, some people like East Coast, some people like West Coast. It's all a mixture, so you get to put all those elements into your music based off the sound that you listen to as a youngin' or whenever you started to really understand the music.
Yeah,
you put it into your music. So yeah, it definitely had an influence.
I know you said last year's like really, I guess I'm gonna take it as that last year you guys or you and your team decided to. You in itself, not you and your team. You yourself decided to really take this serious. That's how I'm gonna take it in a sense. Because I know you dabbled into music. It was just a passion and everything. But last year was just like, I need to do these and make these changes, build a team and whatever, and to take it to the next level.
Right.
Which I think is dope. So I know your recent project was Seen It Happen.
Right. Seen It Happening.
Yeah. So you dropped two projects last year, and then this year you would say Seen It Happen, correct?
Right.
How was that like? Because I feel like that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I still got like a lot of music in the cut.
Okay.
Like I just always record, always just try to work on my craft.
Okay.
So basically when we feel like the time is right, that's when we really put the project out there. But this was like I would call it like a full body of work.
Yes,
Because it has like 18 songs. The other two projects, one had like 8 songs and then the other one was only 7.
Oh, so they're like EPs.
Right, like EPs. But this one was like a full project.
Okay.
With like 18 songs and it was kind of hard choosing the songs
even
going that route because today the attention span is kind of it's like here today, going tomorrow. But we just got to keep pushing because we still building a fan base. So the visuals is gonna push them to the actual full body of work. So
yeah. Let's keep it. I
was like, let's just put it out.
Nah, I mean, I feel you. I want to know because as an artist, right? Like, I know when you're working on a project, you record so many songs, right? And then, like you said, is picking and choosing which songs will make the project, right? So how many songs did you originally record?
Probably like over 100 songs.
So how did you go about picking? How did each track make it to this whole body, full body project? I
just really chose the one that was like undeniable and let it fit the sound that I wanted or the message that I wanted to push across. That fit, because you might dabble into some different sounds, but it might not fit the project. But basically, that was it. We basically I asked a couple people like, you like this song? What songs you like the best? Or what's your top 5 and things like that? And then we just put it in the project. And as far as like the track listing, I switched that track list probably like over 30 times.
I could imagine, bro. I could imagine, yo. It's crazy because you just gave me like that whole nostalgic feeling. Like like dropping my project, and I was just like, yo, like I don't want to do this. Now we got to put this here, this, and I could imagine were you like at a place of anxiety or stress, like? Yeah,
it's always that you get that anxious feeling. Yeah. When it's getting closer and closer to, or you feel like you should have dropped already.
Yeah.
Like, dang, is it too late? Because some of those songs I did in last year, like the end of last year.
Okay.
So, you're listening to them over and over. When they come out, it's not new to you because you've been listening to the same songs for like 7 months.
Yeah, I know. For those that don't know, like, your type of, like, music or style of music, I don't like saying comparing because I feel like each artist, they're their own entity or their own brand. Yeah. But who would you say, like, how, like, describe your type of sound?
I would say it's like I guess it's just like motivational music. A little bit into the melody, kind of. A lot of lyrics, like the bars was there. A lot of real life stories. That's basically it, man. If you listen to that type of music, then you should check out the Scene Happening. But as far as a style, I don't know. Like
you wouldn't consider yourself like drill or nothing like that.
Nah.
Yeah,
of course not.
Do you fuck with drill or not?
Nah, I fuck with everything for real. Like, but that's not my lane because that's not really what I'm into.
Yeah, no,
that's
like
not
you
really
said,
what
you
I'm
like
doing.
you like lyrics. You understand?
right.
I mean, I'm not knocking people with the, you can do lyrics with drill, but from what I took from your body of work is like you said, like you can tell you construct a song. It's not like you're just dropping music.
Right.
Just like that. Like you're just dropping a song and that's it. It is not like you like literally take, I'm not gonna say like you literally like put the thought into the fact of composing an actual song. It's and I feel like that's the difference with between you and certain artists, especially like you have a passion for this. For other people, it's just like I just want to make music because it's a style.
Right.
You understand?
It's kind of different now because people might just like you as a person.
Yeah.
Now you just a cool dude, so they feel the music even if the bars ain't really there. They still feel it because it's you. You know what I mean?
I think it's you. It's you. The passion they see. Yo, what's that? I'm trying to figure out that saying. They always told me, like, if you believe, obviously, like, if you believe in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, I always tell people this. If you don't believe in yourself, what makes me want to believe in you? You understand?
Right.
And I'm that's like one of my mantras, right? Like that's one of my mantras. Another mantra of mine would be like, passion is power, right? So like, I feel like with people with you, regardless what style or whatever it is, like, because you believe in yourself, you have a team who believes in you. Is so you're going to have those people who's gonna fuck with you. Your energy, your vibes, your music, your passion, and everything is like, so it's you are what you attract in a sense. I think that's dope. I mean, are you excited? Like, when did you realize this was real?
Like when did
it hit you? Like, damn, I am a recording artist.
I just feel like every time we dropped a project. When the videos drop, we like, oh yeah, we really doing this. We really doing it. I'm performing. You know what I mean? We putting together promotion plans. It's like, oh, we really putting in emotion. So I feel like it's really working this time. Like,
what do you think you was doing before that wasn't working?
I was just freelance for real. I didn't really have a plan.
Okay.
Just putting music together and just dropping it. Okay. But I didn't really know the business side of it.
Gotcha.
Or how to like strategically move with it, like release dates and different promos that could lead into the project, things like that.
Okay.
So I was just dropping it.
Nah, I feel you. I was just having that conversation. Like, people a lot of, that's one of the things like within this industry with artists that because they don't know the music business or don't understand that this is a music business. That's where a lot of mistakes come from. Where you, like you just said, you're dropping music. You understand? You're dropping music. You're not strategically planning this. You're not putting this out there like that. Which, is that something that you learn within yourself, or is it the team that you build? Like are they like implementing this, like, or drilling that shit in your head? Like, yo, you need to learn this shit.
Well, it was more like a trial and error thing.
Okay.
But we always had ideas.
Okay.
We were just trying to figure out how we gonna bring it execute those ideas. Right. So it's like basically we just learning as we go, for real. Learning as we go, but we're doing our research, just maybe follow how another artist did it, and just put our own thing into it. Things like that.
Do you want to go, like, is your goal is to like be full-time independent, or would you mind signing to a label?
I think independent route.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Definitely. Yep.
No, because some people, like, I don't knock people. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't knock people who want to go that route. I just think it's a matter of learning how, like you said, learning the business, right, and knowing how to maneuver the labels, where to a point where people want you so badly, like you can make them want you in your terms,
Right. Or partnerships.
Partnerships would be dope too.
Whether independent or partnerships, whatever makes sense.
Okay. So have you, aside from Ohio, have you performed outside of New York?
Yeah, I performed in Texas, Atlanta, Miami.
Nice. How's the feedback?
That's about it. Just a little small
Those
showcases.
are 3 big fucking states. Like,
yeah, in the South, the crowd. Well, this is the toughest crowd. New York is the toughest crowd.
Yo,
so
it dead
there's
ass.
like they gonna show love because it's like that southern hospitality, things like that. So here, New York is a tough crowd. You gotta come with that energy here. Like you gotta really feel. You gotta make the crowd feel. You gotta make the crowd listen.
Yo, yeah, you really do, bro. Like it's crazy. Like so. Knowing that, like, because I know you mentioned performing, like, with this whole pandemic and everything, like, did it affect you in a negative aspect as a musician?
Say it again.
The pandemic. Did it affect you, like, in a negative aspect as a musician?
I did have a trip planned to shoot a video.
Okay.
That was canceled because it was planned, like, right when the spike happened. Like, right when everything just shut down. So that was pretty much the only thing. I just looked at it as in a positive light. Like, we could just keep dropping content on social media. Because right now, it just only makes sense to do that.
Yeah.
And just show people more of your life. Because that's what I feel like people want to see. Like, they want to see who you are besides the music. So, that's pretty much it. As only thing, like, negatively, I would say is doing shows, performing in front of crowds, and because that's a good networking tool.
Yeah. Did you perform a lot in New York?
Yeah, I did a lot of little showcases out here.
How you feel with like? I love asking this question. Only because everybody has such different opinions for it. Like, how do you feel about the whole? There was like that whole beef with like artists and promoters, right? Where like a lot of artists felt as if like you have your janky promoters.
Yeah.
So you have your janky promoters where they were just about their money, and they're like overbooking X, Y, and Z. Did you have that issue with promoters or?
I mean, I was just happy to be on stage, perform. The more people that's there, more people you could, network with. To me. I just look at everything in the pot. I can't really control how they moving. Just got to make sure what I'm doing is
not as a fact.
The right thing.
I get it. I definitely get it. How do you go about like choosing like a person you want to work with, as far as like musician or like a promoter, as far as like performing?
I mean, I'm into all type of music, so it's like whoever want that, is a good vibe and they. You know what I mean? Can bring something to the table, then I'll work with whoever.
Gotcha. Are you at a place where you're confident enough to charge for your verses now?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Depending on who it is,
Okay. No, because I saw this question, I think it was today actually, where it was just like, I saw an artist like saying like how, like literally they was just like, yo, I've been giving out free verses and I've been putting in the work, like I'm tired at this point, So I'm like, I get it. Like if you know your value, then, never devalue yourself in a sense,
Right.
So did you are you at that place like, or did you get to that place at one point?
Nah, I would definitely do free verses right now.
Okay.
Or whoever. Anybody hit me up. Like, mad people hit me up. Yo, I'm about to send you something. I hop right on it. That honestly gets me moving again. Because sometimes I get into a space where I'm listening to the beats and I ain't finding the right track. And then somebody send me something to hop on. I'm like, all right, so I got something to work with now.
Yeah.
So that gets me back rolling. So, like, yeah, send me that.
Nah, I feel you. What's your writing process like?
I find a beat first. That's basically it. Find the beat first. If I find that right track, it comes like automatically. Then just start writing to it. Whether it be the hook first, verse first. That's my whole work process.
From your project, Seen It Happen, what track you would say put you in a place of vulnerability? Like you being vulnerable, you really like coming out of your comfort zone.
As far as like the sound
or like feelings,
like speaking on like
yeah.
I would say moving higher.
Okay.
Moving higher, because that's when I get really deep into like family things.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say moving higher. That's one of the most deep songs on the album.
Okay.
And then I would say Young Queen, because it's about embracing all the females. So that's
gotcha. Yo, you ever because you mentioned you was already recording at 16. So you ever got to a place? Have you like went back to listening to your old tracks?
Yeah, voice is high.
Yeah, was
voice
it?
is
Like, can you
super
tell
high.
the difference?
Like, damn, man, I was a little kid back then. My voice is super high. Then I was just punchline after punchline, not really content
Yeah,
or really
yeah.
like a concept. It was just punchline after punchline. But I
That's-
still go back and listen to that, watch old videos and stuff.
No, that's good because that's what because I'm like, yo, sometimes you go back to your old tracks and you be like, I don't know, like with you, but like one time I was just like, yo, I was trash, bro. Like, like let me rap this shit now. I was trash, like, you know, like sometimes you get there, but you see, because you see the growth within your, you know, yourself as an artist.
Right.
You know, so I definitely see you like moving and shaking, and you know, I'm curious on knowing like what made you reach out to me, what made you want to work with me.
I'm just trying to, you know, I like the show that you do, and most of all, I want to just keep putting myself out there, building the fan base, you know, however I can, letting people know me personally, and that I feel like through interviews, that's how you get to know somebody based off the questions, and that's really why. And I seen your work, like it's consistent interviews after interviews. I really hit you up because it was the showcases that you guys was doing. I was trying to find some shows, but then I seen you have like a whole package of other things. And oh, we definitely got to do that.
Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Nah,
and it's New York based, so it's perfect. So.
Nah, of course. I mean, yo, like, do you feel like, as an artist from New York, you know, do you feel like, because like you mentioned, New York is your toughest state. Do you find it complicated to get like supporters?
Everything is complicated in New York.
Everything.
Everything.
Yo,
nah, but I love this
fact,
city.
though.
I love this city. I ain't gonna lie. I love this city, but
It's
supporters,
a different grind, bro.
It's all up to you. Like to me, nobody controls like where your career is gonna go. Like it's all in you. You gotta put yourself out there.
Yeah,
I mean, and the music is the easiest part. Now you gotta take the next steps to get people to support you. But it's not. I don't think it's hard.
Okay.
I don't think it's hard. It just gotta. You gotta. If this ain't working, you gotta try something else. That's it.
Yeah. I know. Like reading your bio, you mentioned how like you had to grow up fast, right? You know, you had a hard. You know, like you have a story, obviously. You know, you had your deep moments and stuff you went through with your family and stuff like that. In which again you mentioned, you know, because of everything you went through, it made you grow up fast, and you were able to implement that into your music, right? You know, having to deal with all of that and then putting that into your music, and you know, again, from the age of 16 to where you're at, have you been in a place where you felt as if you wanted to give it all up?
Nah, I never felt like giving up.
Okay.
Never. Nah, I never felt giving up.
No, that's good. I mean, because I you know, you have your moments. So or how did you, as an artist, overcome a challenging moment when it came to like your craft?
Well, it's always challenging. Like you want the numbers first of all. You want to do numbers. But you know, you just gotta keep pushing. I'm a deep thinker, so I always think of why.
Okay.
Like why? I was always trying to find the root of why, and not try to blame anybody else or blame myself. Just keep pushing. Like.
What was one of the reasons? What was one of your whys?
It's like
let's just say, hypothetically, you didn't get the numbers you wanted, you expected.
Right. Basically, was I pushing myself hard enough? Was I showing people? Was I promoting it hard enough? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just finding new strategies to help it grow. Like, that's probably why the numbers didn't do what you wanted to do. But at the same time, it's still independent. Mm-hmm. It's still just the beginning. So once you keep dropping and they see you consistently doing your thing, then it'll grow. You just gotta stay positive through it all.
Did you have any projects that you would say like you had high expectations and you didn't, but you had the high expectations and you didn't reach your, you know, like your goals with it?
Yeah, but not those high expectations. The high expectations that I did have, is like on another, like a lower level.
Gotcha.
Like I just want the city to hear this type thing.
Okay.
Like now I'm just trying to get the whole nation to hear it. Like,
Okay. So. No, I mean, I think as you should, you know, if your goal is to like be in a bigger platform, you know, I always tell artists like, yo, don't put yourself don't limit yourself, you know, because I feel like some people get comfortable with just being hood famous in a sense, right? Which it is what it is. I'm not knocking you. You should always have your block or your, you know, where you're at on your back. But if you can't go outside of New York, let's just say, or somewhere else, and you can't gain that fan base, it's like, you know, that's where the money is at.
Right.
I feel like it. I mean, I may be wrong. So I feel like the more you put yourself out there, as you, like you mentioned it, like I'm putting in the work. I'm doing what I got to do. You know, you're hungry. Again, that's what I said. Like earlier, I mentioned you could tell you're hungry, bro. Like you're hungry and you're smart about your plays, which is dope because you don't get that a lot. I learned the hard way, you know. And you're at a place where you're about to hit your momentum. Are you ready for that though?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? Nah, I'm just saying because you be like, I'm ready, and then when it comes to it, like they don't have the stamina for the performance. Like, are you ready to do like a 30-minute set? Are you ready for like
that? I think I need to work on. I need to work on, you know, getting back in shape, things like that. That way, you know, holding your breath. Because I did a little showcases. I'm performing 3 songs.
Yeah.
And I'm running out of breath. My voice is cracking. So I'm like, damn, I got to really lock in and work on my show.
Yeah.
Work on, you know, drawing the crowd into not just the music, like me as a person. Because that's what I feel like the show is basically for. Mm-hmm. But yeah. That's something I can improve on.
Gotcha.
Yeah, for sure.
When it comes to shows, like, have you been in a place like not even actually disregard that question. When it comes to your shows, how do you go about picking and choosing your tracks, your performance clip, like? Set?
I always talk to at least 3 people. Like, what tracks you think is the most crowd engaging?
Okay.
Most of the time when you performing, these people don't know my song. So
yeah.
So like, what song can I engage with the crowd? Might try a song, just one song. If it's multiple songs I'm doing, to see if that worked. But if it didn't, all right, we're gonna swap that one out with something else.
Yeah.
But that's basically just the process. Or some tracks is undeniable. Like you performed it before, it was like a smooth. It was just one smooth. So you're always gonna do that song. And that was the song is "Hustle Saved Us."
Okay.
Which is off the Mind State project. I always do that song first.
Okay.
Cause it's always just like smooth, and it's like. It's just to show people what type of vibe I'm bringing to the crowd. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's basically the process of choosing the performance tracks.
Okay. Because I like sometimes I've noticed like people just right there and then they'll pick the tracks and I'm like, bro, what do you do? Like I feel like you have to prepare for this, you know.
Right.
But I just like so that's why I was just wondering like what's your like are you the type to plan it out? Obviously, from what I'm noticing with you, you are again strategically planning your moves, you know, and you have a mindset where you want to gain people's support just organically. You know, I think that's dope. Like I'm loving your energy. You have no idea. Like your energy is super dope because it's just moving. It's just a smart mindset you have, you know, and it's just a matter. It's definitely just a matter of time. One of my favorite tracks. You have good songs, by the way. I enjoy Sleep for What. I was mentioning that. I enjoy it. I enjoy the melody. I enjoy the hook. Like, it's catchy. You understand?
Yeah.
So, how was that, like, process as far as writing it? Like, was it a quick process? And the video, how was, like, were you part of the treatment?
Well, I was on it's a guy producer named Young Dylan from Ohio. I was on his Instagram. And he posts like different like small clips of beats that he has. So I played that beat. I'm like, I felt it automatically. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. And he been hitting me up like on IG to collab and do beats with him. So I was like, let me just go on his page, see what he got, and like really pay attention to what he doing. And then I found that beat, hit him up. He sent it to me. Basically, it just came right there. Really, I wanted to do a melody, so I was just trying to find, a catchy melody.
Gotcha.
Found that with the Sleep for What hook, and then the lyrics just came after that. It's just.
And were you part of
based off
the
how the track
treatment
made me feel?
for the video? Like, were you a part of it as well?
Yeah, I basically thought of the whole treatment. Like, I just wanted to get good shots of the city.
Okay.
Nice views, and then we got a space. I had another clip that I wanted to add, but it wasn't in there. But it was like that video is like literally like 2 clips.
Really?
Well, not 2 clips. It's like 2 locations only.
Okay.
And he chopped that up like
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
At Miguelito, he did the video editing and shot the video, and we did that up in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn?
So if the treatment, I had a whole storyline, but sometimes the resources run out, so we just freelanced it.
Gotcha.
But we got a good dope shot like on the rooftop of like the Manhattan view. It was in Brooklyn, like in Park Slope somewhere, and then we got then the space was out in Brooklyn. So that was only 2 clips. I just wanted to have a lot of energy.
Gotcha.
That song was just a lot of energy. So that's basically it. It was like 2 performance shots.
I mean, that's again. I fuck with the song. I fuck with the song. It's catchy. What are you like? Are we expecting any more visuals from you?
Yeah, for sure. I got like 2 visuals that's already shot. Just waiting on the editing process to be done. I know how that goes.
It's so tedious. It's so tedious. But I've learned to grow such a respect for like my editors and their, like when it comes to like editing videos, because I do editing as well now. I admire you guys, bro. Like, I be telling artists, like, yo, don't harass them, kid, because it's a lot of tedious work.
Yeah, it's like every 2 seconds or so, maybe a half a second.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. So 2 visuals, you said, right?
Yeah, 2 visuals on the way. I got a visual for No Better that's featuring Slico Got Bars.
Okay.
And been on some shit lately.
Okay, and these are... people can find this on the project, correct?
Yeah, on the project. Streaming on all platforms. Seen it happen. Just search JayR Dion. Seen it happening. And then as far as the videos, my YouTube, same thing. JayR Dion. Just JayR Dion everywhere.
Yeah. So, and you don't have a date for like one of them, or which one are you dropping first?
No Better is definitely coming next.
Okay.
Don't have a date as of yet. Sometime in September.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going, promote it before it drop. So
Gotcha.
Once I get it, we probably drop it ASAP.
I mean,
I'll be thirsty for the videos. I'll be bothering them in the video editors like, yo, what's up, man? How that video go for the Lord? Yo, how you feeling today? Where the video at?
Where that video, bro?
Bro, what's going on, man? I just want to see it. Let me see a clip. Something.
Yo, that shit is funny though. Like, it's funny because it's like I feel like you get like that. Like also when you record your track. You be like, yo, let me just get that rough draft. You understand? Like, and you get that rough draft, and then I don't like. Are you the type to get the rough draft, and that's all you're listening to, like wherever you're heading? Like, I'm like, my shit be on repeat until I'm like tired of it. Like, I would be that type of person, like.
I try not to do that as much now, cause it might when they mix it might sound a little different. And then you like, damn, I'm used to that version of it.
Gotcha. It's
Shit
smart.
don't got the same feeling.
Yeah. That's so. I mean, that's
Get
so.
used to it.
Nah, that you definitely do. Like, so, what's next?
What's next? Definitely working on the next project. Right now, we just focus on dropping visuals.
Which, as you should. I think that's smart.
Yeah, and just online content as of now. Because, everything is kind of slowed down. But that's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah. And just keep working on, just keep recording.
Okay. And you like it's all on like streaming platforms, correct?
All streaming platforms, yeah. Just type all my projects.
Like have you done the whole TikTok thing?
I haven't done a TikTok yet. I got it on my phone.
Okay.
My people is begging me to do it, but I haven't done one yet.
That's what I was wondering, because that's like the new that's like the new gimmick or the new promo way. You understand? Right. So that's what I was wondering. Like, have you done that yet? Are you planning on like doing that?
Yeah, I just gotta be in the mode.
Okay.
Like social media always been kind of, it's something I had to get used to.
Okay.
Cause it's I guess as you keep doing it, you'll get used to it. But it's still something I gotta get used to.
Don't get too caught up with social. That shit would just suck your soul, bro. Like
I still scroll a lot though.
Okay.
I scroll through a lot. But as far as that TikTok stuff, man, I don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean,
and they got another one, Triller. Triller's another one. Yeah,
is another one. Well, if you saw my last episode, I had the VP for Warner Music Group for digital marketing, and he mentioned it to artists like it's a must. Like you should have at least a Triller or a TikTok.
Right.
Because it's the way it's growing, and it's like it's a fast-paced. It's not instant gratification, but it is in a sense. But like for you, correct me if I'm wrong. You're looking for long term, you know. So, with what I noticed with you is like, hence the reason why you're putting yourself in these trials and errors. You're moving the way you're moving. Because you don't want to become a one-hit wonder.
No.
Like that's what I'm saying. You're looking for long term. So like, I'm not saying all artists who get found on TikTok or Triller but it's usually that instant gratification, which they get picked up quickly. They drop that single, and then what's next? You understand? So
now it kind of shows your personality too.
Okay.
Like, some people might dance.
Some people do dance.
So it kind of shows your personality.
So what song would you choose? Like if you was to like do like this whole Triller or
that's
like.
That's a good question. Damn. Probably something with some high energy. Probably like Sleep for What or Palm Trees. There's another one.
Okay.
Yeah, Palm Trees. I'll probably do one of those. Something with high energy. Cause I'll probably start dancing in that joint or something like that too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole that's the whole purpose to all of it. I just want to say like congratulations for all your success. I like to just congratulate people because as an artist, people don't realize how hard it can be. For you to tell your story, put it on. Like on this whole. I know so many people are doing music, but for you to become vulnerable with your music and get personal, that's a different level. You understand? And to overcome it, to face it, and share it is just. I love it. I love when I see artists who are vulnerable with their music because it shows me who you are. Like again, your goal is to. You mentioned it. Like you've been saying this throughout this whole interview is the fact that you want people to know who you are. And you're putting it out there. So congratulations on the success. Congratulations on the way you're building and growing.
Appreciate it.
Like it's just a matter of time. If you just stay consistent, it's a matter of time. Like honestly, like especially that you fuck with people in Ohio. You've performed out there. You performed outside. Like those are big targets. That's what I'm telling you. Like I'm like, bro, like those are big target in music. So if you can continue targeting and executing these certain locations, you're on a different platform, bro. So, continue moving smart. Continue moving strategically overall, I look forward to seeing you grow and just get into where you want to be honest.
Thanks.
And as soon I got to, watch. Well, actually, you're going to perform today.
Yeah. Definitely got to do that.
Before we put you to perform, how's your energy? Like, I know you said, when it comes to songs, you already picked them up, but are you the type to react off of people's energy, or you just have your own in itself energy? Like,
it depends. It depends on the mode, because, it depends on the day, for real.
Okay.
But, yeah, most of the time I'm in my own zone for real.
Okay.
In my own zone, but you definitely in between songs. That's when I try to draw the crowd in.
Okay.
Like pay attention to what I'm about to perform.
Gotcha. No, because you can sometimes. I feel like sometimes the crowd can just drain you, bro. Like you can even. I mean, not all the time, but there's times that you can walk in and just whatever, and it's so low, and it can put you in a place. But if you have that if you have that energy in yourself, like you can, like you said, you can pick it up. you can pick up, like if you got that good music, you can pick it up yourself. You understand? So, I just want to say shout out to you, shout out to your team. You know, you guys are dope, amazing, and continue going, man. We got Jay on the motherfucking building. Been on some shit lately. He's gonna be performing, doing his shit. Y'all better leave that comment. Y'all better leave emoji, fire emojis, all that good shit. Cause if not, I'm gonna go to each and one of you guys and I'm gonna drop kick y'all motherfuckers. Nah, let me just stop. But yo, JayR, where can we find all your information? And it will be in the description below as well. But where can we find all your information?
As far as social media, follow me everywhere at JayR Dion. That's JayRDion on everything, all social media platforms. And then as far as the music, just search JayR Dion on whatever music platform that you stream your music on. YouTube, same. Everything's the same. JayR Dion.
Hey, yo, there's no reason why you can't follow this guy, bro. Like, there's no reason. So, all his information will be in the description below. Click on it, get to know the man, and get to know his music. All right? Y'all already know the vibes. Yo, he about to perform and tear shit up. Yeah.
Yeah. JayR Dion. Hey. The Artistry Live. Whoa. Hey. Be cautious, this life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Be cautious, this life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Chasing the root of all evil, don't let the fakers deceive you. Said if you being you don't gotta make them believe you. Cause we can feel the truth, nigga, we can feel the truth. We can see through lies, nigga, we don't need the proof. Used to dream of Ferraris, I ain't see the roof. I'm talking codes for the gate, tell me Kasai, suit and tie, getting fly like a mob star. Said if we do it, we gon' do this shit proper. Ain't go to college now, hustle, that's my profession. Turn bullshit to blessings, losses to lessons. These niggas doing sucker shit, but we won't address it. Sometimes silence is just as loud as the message. These little niggas will never stop the progression. You ain't a real nigga, homie, stop all that flexing. My vision, the universe, man, I'm deeply invested. And I'm better at my words, nigga, watch me coming first. Be cautious, this life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Be cautious, this life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Yeah, we been on some shit, bitch, we lit like a lamp. Everything we dropped dope came in a zip, it was stamped. From a nigga spin blocks, you get boom like an amp. She hoping for a ring, she ride the dick like a champ. Lace up, we came to get it by any means. You open up your mind, that's when you become free. Get rich or die trying like 50 and 03. Oh yeah, you want it all, well it come with a small fee. Controlling some things, but it ain't time. They eyes wide open, but they still blind. The system been exposed, but they still lying. Just me and all the fam, no new guys. Flew by, bitch, we headed to another coast. These niggas making the least, but they doing the most. Say we just go and get it, we don't do the hope. We bout to take this shit over, I thought you should know that you better be cautious. This life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Be cautious, this life gon' get crazy. Dollars to be made, much more we can get, baby. Two rules to this game, hustle and never get lazy. I bet we all shine, we been on some shit lately. Yeah, we been on some shit. JayR Dion, hey, we tryna get rich. Whoa, hey. Are you down to ride? Hey, the Artistry Live. Hey, got no time to play. Whoa, hey.
The Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, the Artistry NY.